So welcome, hello. Um, this here practice is going to be about 30 minutes, and it's a practice to find some freedom in our hips. So find your way onto your back in whichever fashion feels good for you. And when you come down onto your back, take the soles of your feet together and allow your knees to open wide. And then take the palms of your hands together and rub the palms of your hands. So generating some heat, some warmth in between our hands by rubbing our palms together. And then whenever you feel ready, place one hand onto your upper chest and one hand onto your low belly. And we're going to start with a brief breathing practice. So let's do this together. Exhale all of the air out and take a nice full inhale. And feel your belly expand and send your breath all the way up to your heart space. Find a brief pause, and then as you exhale, feel the air leave your body. And again, find a brief pause at the bottom. Let's continue with that. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause, and take one more. Inhale, feel the belly rise, send the breath up to the heart space, finding a brief pause. Exhale all of the air out and find a pause at the bottom of the exhale. Take your hands to the outside of your legs and draw your knees in towards your chest. And take a rock here from side to side. So massaging the low back, your sacrum. And then start to draw circles here with your knees. Going in one direction. And then changing the direction of your circles. And then place the soles of the feet down onto the mat. And then place your right ankle over your left knee. So finding this figure of 4 shape. Draw both legs in towards you and flex through both feet. Interlace your hands at the back of your left calf or your thigh or even in front your shin. And just finding a position where you feel comfortable. Keep active through the toes. And find this opposing action. So as you're drawing the left thigh towards you, see if you can encourage your right knee away and out. And sending your breath to the sensations in your body. And then releasing your hands and take your arms out alongside with your palms facing up. And then cross your right leg over your left and allow your knees then to drop to the left. You can have your gaze straight up, or if it feels comfortable, you can turn your gaze to the right for this eagle spinal twist. Your next exhale, draw your knees back to center, and we'll do this on the opposite side. So this time cross the left ankle over the right knee. Draw both legs in towards you for this figure 4 shape. Flex through both feet And interlace your hands the back of your right thigh or your right shin. And if you need to lift up your shoulders to do this, please do. And then see if you can softly land your shoulders and rest back down onto the earth. Keep active through the feet. And again, that imposing action of drawing the right thigh towards your body as you encourage your left knee out and away. And once again, release your hands. Take your arms out. Palms are facing up. And cross that left leg over the right. You can even hook the foot under the calf. And then allow both knees to fall to the right as you take your gaze either straight up or turn towards the left for this eagle spinal twist. Your next exhale, come back through center, unravel the legs and draw your knees in towards your chest. Have your hands on top of your knees. As you inhale, gently encourage your knees away from your body. And as you exhale, draw your knees in. And take two more. The in-breath, you're creating space between your belly and your thighs. And as you exhale, you're drawing everything in. Exhaling to empty. Last one, inhale. Feel your belly expand. Send your breath all the way up to your heart space. Find a brief pause. Exhale. Empty the breath out. And again, find a brief pause at the bottom of your exhale. And now take your hands to the back of your thighs and start to rock up and down the whole length of your spine until you gather enough momentum to come up to a seat. And then let's make our way onto hands and knees for tabletop position. And so let's stack our wrists so that they're underneath our shoulders. Our fingers are spread wide. And then stack your knees so that they're directly below your hips. And find a cat-cow. As we inhale here, the tailbone goes up, the belly drops. Take your gaze up. And then as you exhale, the tailbone goes under and round through your back, and take your gaze in between your thighs. As you inhale, tailbone goes up, find cow pose. And as you exhale, cat pose. Take one more round as we're warming up our spine. Synchronize the movement with your own breath. And then come back to that tabletop position with a neutral spine. And then take your right knee out to the side. Now, the only thing I can ever think of is a visualization of a dog taking a pee. I know, it's not pretty. But take your right knee out to the right. And then start to draw circles with this right knee. So here we're starting to strengthen up our hip as well as opening. And then change the direction of your circles. You might feel this in your glutes. Take one more big circle. And then extend your right leg out long behind you. Leg is lifted up off the mat. Point your toes back, take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, draw that right knee to the outside of your right tricep. Draw your navel up towards your spine. Hug everything in. Take another in-breath. And as you exhale, step that right foot to the outside of your right wrist. So here we're coming into a wide lunge. Come up onto your fingertips. As you inhale, sink your hips forward. Chest, heart, gaze up. And then as you exhale, both hips go back. Start to find length through that right leg, peeling up the right toes and fold over any amount. Take another breath, breathing into the sensation, and then slowly rebend that right knee and step the right knee back to that tabletop position. And we'll do the same on the left side. Take that left knee out to the side like a dog doing a pee, and then start to draw circles with that right knee in one direction, and then changing the direction of your circle. Extend that left leg out behind you, point the toes back, take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, bend that left knee and draw that left knee to the outside of your left tricep. Draw your navel up towards your spine, take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, step that left foot to the outside of the left wrist. Come up onto fingertips again. Inhale, send your hips forward as your chest, your heart, your gaze up. And then as you exhale, hips go back as you find length through that left leg, peeling up the left toes and folding any amount. Take a breath. And when you're ready, slowly rebend that left knee and then step the left knee back to tabletop position. Plant your hands down onto the mat, reposition, readjust if you need to, stacking our wrists underneath our shoulders. Curl your toes under, take a deep inhale here, and as you exhale, downward dog. And pedal out your dog. Take any movement that feels good by either swaying the hips, pedaling your feet. And if your hamstrings are feeling particularly tight here this morning, this afternoon, whenever you're doing this practice, you can keep a soft bend to your knees, or you can either step your feet as wide as your mat and see if that helps a little. So finding your downward dog, spread through the fingers as you inhale the right leg up high, three-legged dog. And then as you exhale, bend that right knee and come into that dog pee. And then start to take nice big circles with that right knee. So maybe 3 in one direction. And then changing the direction of your circles. So strengthening and opening up our hip. Come back into that three-legged dog with the right leg. And then as you exhale, draw that right knee to the outside of your right tricep. And then step the right foot to the outside of your right wrist. Make sure your left hand is planted. As you inhale, lift up your right arm. As you exhale, twist. So wide leg lunge with a twist. Your gaze can either be at your right thumb, or you can gaze down at your right foot. Take another breath, reaching back through that left heel. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, plant that right hand and then step the left foot to the outside of the left wrist and come down into a yogi squat. Palms come together. Feel length through your spine. And then plant your hands down. Start to straighten through the legs, parallel the feet. And fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, softly fold. Inhale, root down through your feet and the arms circle up and over your head. And then as you exhale, hands in that first position. Inhale, circle the arms up. As you exhale, fold. Plant your hands and step back into plank pose. Pause here in your plank pose. Shoulders are stacked above your wrists. Spread your fingers. Reach back through your heels. Find length through your spine, including the crown of your head. And then when you're ready, lower down. And you can lower your knees first, lower your belly, and then your chest. Take your fingertips off the mat. So bring your fingertips onto the wood or the carpet or the rug, whichever it may be. And as you inhale here, peel your chest up into this variation of cobra. Draw your shoulders back, your elbows back. Your next exhale, slowly release. And we'll do that once more. Wait for the inhale, peel your chest up. Draw your shoulders back, your elbows back. Reach forward with your heart and exhale, release. Slide your hands to your side ribs. As you inhale, push up to tabletop. As you exhale, curl your toes and downward dog. And we'll find that through the left side. Inhale, left leg up high. Exhale, bend that left knee and draw circles with that left knee. So nice big circles here, getting into our hip, strengthening and opening. And then reverse your circles, take it in the opposite direction. Extend that left leg up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, draw that left knee to the outside of your left tricep and then plant your left foot down. Plant your right hand down, take an inhale, and as you exhale, lift the left arm up. Wide lunge with a twist. Again, your gaze can either be up at that left thumb, or you can take your gaze down towards your left foot. But keep reaching back through that right heel, and then plant your left hand and step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Come into your yogi squat. Take a breath. Next exhale, plant your hands, parallel your feet, and then fold. Inhale to your halfway lift, slide your hands up the front of your legs. Exhale, fold. Your next inhale, root down through your feet and arms circle up and wide over your head. And exhale, hands to heart, that first position. Standing here in your mountain pose, just take a moment. Take a couple of breaths. Notice when you're ready, arms up over your head. As you exhale, bend your knees, chair pose. Inhale, keep reaching through your fingertips. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step back into downward dog. Pedal out your dog, bend one knee, then the other. And then inhale, lift the left leg up high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend that left knee, open it out to the side for dog P. Inhale, kick that left leg up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, step that left foot in between the hands. Now this time, pivot on your right heel so it comes down onto the mat. Left knee is bent. As you inhale, bring your arms up and circle out to your warrior two. Take a breath or two here in your warrior two. Check that your front knee is stacked over your ankle. Check that your back foot is parallel to the back edge of your mat. Keep lifting up through your chest. And then flip your front palm up towards the ceiling and raise your front arm up. Reverse your warrior. Take a breath here. And then your next exhale, bring your left forearm to your left thigh and reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Extended side angle. And you can stay here. The right arm can be reached up towards the ceiling. The right arm may go over towards your ear, or your right arm may go behind your back for a bind. So whatever is comfortable for you. If you're going for a bind, just make sure that you're using that to draw the right shoulder back. And you can stay here in your extended side angle. Or you can take your gaze down at your left foot. You can release your left hand down. Step your back foot in a bit to shorten your stance. With your left hand stacked in front of your left foot, then see if you can lift up your right leg. Hold this. Then plant your right hand down, square off your hips and come into Warrior 3, modified. Keep reaching through that back leg, breathing. And then soften that front knee, that left knee, as you bend that right knee in towards your chest and slowly, slowly, slowly come up to stand with the right knee hugged in. And then take that right foot and place it to the inside of your left thigh for tree pose. Holding your tree pose. Finding a focal point that's not moving. You can have your hands in prayer. You can bring your arms up over your head. Or you can even have your big toe of your right foot down onto the mat. You can stay here in your tree pose, or you can take that right ankle and cross it over your left thigh. And come down into chair pose, sinking down. So for this temple dancer pose, you can go deeper if you wish to fold. And sinking down, getting really into that right hip. Taking a few breaths. And then slowly unravel and step that right foot towards the back edge of the mat, keeping the right heel lifted. The left knee is bent. And slowly on your next inhale, rise up to your crescent lunge. Take a breath here in your crescent lunge. And your next exhale, plant your hands and slide that left leg back into three-legged dog, lifting the left leg high. This time as you exhale, bend that left knee in and place the left knee behind the left wrist, parallel the left shin, and we're going to go into pigeon. So slowly walk that right leg back, come up onto your fingertips, and we're going to take 3 breaths, just slowly soften down. As you inhale, keep that active, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, lifting up the chest. Exhale, fold. Last one. Inhale, lift it. And exhale, crawl your hands forward and fold over. Bring your awareness here to your thoughts. And your thoughts, as they always will and often do, come up. And that's okay. But just notice what thoughts creep up for you. And then see if you can use your breath as a tool to find some ease in this challenging posture. And when you're ready, lift up your head, walk your hands back towards you, pressing down into your palms. Curl the toes of your right foot, lift your right leg, lift up and send the left foot back into downward dog. And then take any movements here for you to find a bit of relief. And then we'll continue with the other side. So when you're ready, inhale, right leg up high, three-legged dog. As you exhale, bend that right knee and just take a few circles here just to get into the hip. Maybe reverse the circles. And then extend that right leg up again. As you exhale, step that right foot between the hands and pivot round on your left foot so that your left heel comes down into the mat. When you're ready, come up into your warrior two. Take a breath or two here. Make sure that your front knee is stacked over your front ankle, that your back foot is parallel to the back edge of the mat. And then when you're ready, flip the palm up. Reverse your warrior. Take a breath or two here. On your next exhale, bring the right forearm to the right thigh and extend your left arm up towards the ceiling. Your left arm can stay extended. You might wish to bring it towards the ear or again behind your back for a bind. Just encouraging that left shoulder towards the ceiling. And you can stay in your extended side angle, or if you wish to go into modified warrior 3, take your gaze down at your right foot, shorten your stance with your back leg coming in, plant your right hand down in front of your right foot and then lift up your left leg. Plant both hands, square off your hips, modified warrior 3. Reach back through that left leg. And then put a soft bend in that right leg, soften it as you bend that left knee in. And slowly and with control, as we wobble, come up with the left knee hugged in. When you're ready, find your tree pose. The left foot goes into the inside of the right thigh or below the right knee. You can have your hands in prayer pose. You can be holding on, standing near a wall, finding your breath. And then if you wish to, cross that left ankle over the right thigh and sink down into your temple dancer pose. If you wish to go deeper, you can bring your hands down to the earth and sink down deeper, getting into that left hip. Keep the foot active, the left toes are flexed. Breathing into the sensation and then slowly unravel Take that left leg and step it towards the back edge of the mat. Keep your left heel lifted. Keep a bend in that right knee. Wait for the breath. When the inhale comes, rise up to your crescent lunge. Hey. Holding it, lifting up through the heart, the chest. And then exhale, plant your hands. Slide that right leg up into the air for three-legged dog. And then bend that right knee, plant it behind the right wrist, parallel the right shin, and slowly walk the left leg back for pigeon. And no rush here into our pigeon. Come up into our fingertips and we'll take 3 breaths. As you inhale, keep active. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lifting the chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, find a lift. And exhale, fold completely. Walk your hands forward, melting down.